Hey everybody, it's Mike Young. Welcome to chapter 101 of my book, Live to 150. I'm a lifestyle nutritionist, and I'm talking in this chapter about your body as a machine, that the body actually is a machine. And this is a kind of a short and to the point chapter. I just wanted to give a few pointers here with your body being a machine and what you need to do. Of course, if it's a machine, if you know you've got all kinds of machines that you use in your life, like say your vehicle might be one of them. If you have a car, most people do. You have to give it the right fuel, the right gas or electricity or whatever it is. Although there's not any different types of electricity, it's kind of weird with EVs. But gas, there's different grades. Sometimes you might get some bad gas, and you got to do the maintenance too. So that kind of stuff you can see from a internal combustion engine standpoint. That kind of stuff is really, really important, and you need to make sure you do the maintenance to your body and you give it the right fuel. Now, the fuel is a food, like we talked about. We mentioned the 80-20 principle, and I'm going to do a chapter on that. How almost 80% of the results for longevity, quality of life, fun, things like that are because of 20% of the things, which is the food. All right. The food is just that thing that has such a great impact, either positive or negative, that you've got to get that right. It's like having a car that's designed to run on like 92 high octane unleaded and you're putting 87 in. I mean, yeah, it'll run, but you're probably not going to get the same fuel economy. You're not going to get the same power if it's specifically designed, because some cars are designed to run on premium unleaded. Anyway, same thing with your body. Most people, though, are doing that to their bodies. That's why most people are sick, because most people, yeah, you can get your body to run on this stuff that you're eating, these food-like products, highly processed stuff. Anything but food is grown. It's probably full of chemicals as well, but it's not going to run really well. They don't tell you this. That's why I'm telling you this. I'm making the manual here. Somebody's got to, right? To let people know what's actually going on. So let me know your comments below in terms of that, because I think that's pretty straightforward. Now, the other thing is that the body is an adaptable machine. It's not like a fixed machine where you've got a certain set of capabilities in this car that you bought. It's never going to accelerate really any faster no matter what you do. It's not going to brake any better. It's not going to turn the corners unless you modify it. Now, you can modify some cars with some results that are marginable at best. Usually not incredibly good results unless you have like a 4-cylinder engine. You're taking it out and putting an 8-cylinder in, which probably wouldn't even fit anyway. But that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. You're not going to get that kind of a massive change in results no matter what you do to a regular machine. But your body, you can. Your body, and go back to my chapter on optimism I just did, is capable of anything. It's just a matter of your mindset and you thinking, deciding whether you're able to do this or not. If you think you can do something, and if you think you can't, you're right both ways. I think Henry Ford said that, or somebody like that. If you know who said it, let me know in the comments. But that's true. It's totally true. And we have all the information. We're all connected. That's why you have this book to read now, to listen to, whatever you're doing, driving in your car. It's out there on the internet. It's for free. All the information is out there. So it's a matter of you putting it together. And what you want to do, which you can't do, actually, let's say, here's another difference between regular car, vehicle, machines, and human bodies, is that a lot of times, if you stress your machine, if you're flooring it at every intersection and you're slamming on the brakes for every red light, that's a lot of wear and tear, and that machine is just going to wear out faster. You're going to need a lot more work on it. And that is true with humans to some extent. I'd say that there's two types of use you can get out. Now, one is abuse. We talked about this earlier in the book, that self-abuse is legal for the most part, especially with food, because everybody's doing it. It seems like that's why everybody's sick. All right. And that is really harsh and harmful to your body. But there's another level that's actually very beneficial of a similar concept. It's putting stress on your body, but it's like goal setting. We talked about goal setting earlier in the book. There's a chapter on that. And it's knowing you can do something. It's being positive. It's being optimistic, and it's setting a path and a plan so that you accomplish something. You're challenging yourself. Okay, like you're really getting in the groove, and you are making progress. You're moving up, and you're gonna achieve that thing that you thought was maybe you thought initially it was impossible, but you convinced yourself that you could do it, and you figured out how to do it. That is what life's about. That's what getting the most out of life is. And that's what you need to embrace. You need to embrace that. If you're going to live to 150 or even anywhere close with these secrets of longevity, it's not a secret. Like I said, you just have to have a will to live. And a lot of that will to live is trying to accomplish things. You need to challenge yourself because your body will either rise or fall to the occasion, depending upon what kind of challenge you do or don't give it. Like sitting in a lazy boy and watching a screen, that is going to shorten your life in almost all cases. I know somebody out there on the internet is probably going to point out their relative or the grandparent who, great-grandparent, great-great-great-parent who did this and they still live. Great. That's not normal, okay? You need to have positive challenges. You need to have a life purpose and goals, and you need to kind of keep pushing yourself to get these things done. And you need to want to do it. It needs to be something you want to do that you actually find is fun, because all those things could be in place. And if you don't really like what you're doing or you think it's agony, then you are going to be hating life. I know. So you've got to do it just right. That's why I have so many chapters in this book. It's not just about just go out there and do it. It's the nuances. It's the way you do it. Sometimes you have to, sometimes you got to force things. Sometimes you got to finesse things. It just depends on the situation, where you are, what you're trying to accomplish. But what I want you to do is realize your body's a machine. Of course, it's always regenerating. Every 7 years, all your cells regenerate. Don't stress it out too much so it's abused. Feed it the right food so you're not abusing it, and then use it to accomplish things, but do it in a way where you are utilizing your body as a resource and you are not destroying it in the process. There's a way to do this. There's a chapter on balance too, where we talked about this very general concepts. But once you figure this all out, once you are mindful of all these things, then you and anyone will accomplish way more than you thought you could. That's the difference between a regular machine like a car or something else and a human. Humans can do that, right? They're so much better than machines if they're utilized properly. And this is one of the reasons why artificial intelligence is having such a hard time with things. Artificial intelligence eventually will take over the boring jobs, I think. But this aspect of humanity that I'm describing is still going to be there. The only thing that we have to be concerned when the robots and machines take over in the future, because it's 2022 right now, and we're getting closer and closer every year, is that if people really don't want to do anything, they feel like they have no life purpose, and they're just start to get depressed about things, that's going to destroy a lot of humanity, okay? A lot of people are saying that in order for us to do well in the future, and this is way off into the future, I think Elon Musk is saying we have to kind of connect all of our brains together and use the collective power of humanity to outsmart the AI. That we could do that, but we also all have to be on the same page here, because if so many of us in society think that this is just a waste of time and I have nothing to live for, and I just, why are you guys doing this? I don't want to do any of that. That's effort. I don't want to do that. Even thinking about things a lot of times is effort, even though it's not physical effort. It's something, again, that you need to challenge your body on. You need to not just do the physical, but do the mental. And again, as I've talked about in the past in this book, the physical or the daily aerobic exercise is to keep you mentally balanced, to keep you from getting depressed, actually. So it's all connected, and it all works very well when you try to do this well. If you're struggling with this, let me know in the comments. If you need someone to help you, let me know in the comments. I'm a lifestyle nutritionist. I can help you with nutrition coaching and other lifestyle coaching. Maybe you'll find somebody in the comments that also wants to help you. Join some of our groups. Look in the description of this video. You'll see some stuff on Facebook where we have some groups and other places as well. So I look forward to hearing about your comments. Please like the video if you got something, anything out of value out of this video, and of course subscribe to this channel so that you get word of the next chapter in the book. We'll see you next chapter. Bye-bye.